Hola, ¿cómo está everyone? How's everyone doing today? Anyway, I'm going to get right down to it. So, it seems as though there's a lot of talk of these vaccines that are being pushed out in mass. And what really concerns me is that these vaccines in question are being pushed without the necessary or required clinical trials that usually take years to actually approve. And for some reason, the FDA is kind of dragging their heels on this, as far as being able to approve them. Okay, so as far as we know, the vaccines are pretty much still in an expensive phase, even though they're doing the emergency push through or whatever and stuff like that. But I'm going to digress and not get into that rabbit hole or whatnot. All I'm saying is that I have concerns about the legitimacy of taking something that really hasn't had its extreme or at least extensive scientific testing or whatnot, the ones that are required to make these effective. Anyway, I digress. But it seems like, once if these damn things are approved or whatnot, it seems like the establishment is almost making it sound like you could literally go to 7-Eleven down the street or Starbucks, and with your black coffee and your muffins, you can just get a jab right there. Any place will do. Get your jab right here. But yet, when I need myself, without going too much into my own personal medical history, I'll just put it out there. I need a root canal with crowns, and I consider this as a pretty serious surgery because long story short, there's essentially cavity forming in my mouth, and or at least on the tooth enamel, and in most cases, if decay is allowed to spread, especially in your mouth where your brain and your central nervous system is and all that other good stuff or whatever, that could spread to vital organs and become essentially damaging and possibly fatal. You can ask Joe Strummer that one. Joe Strummer, from The Clash, of course, he actually died from a heart attack, cardiac arrest or whatever. And I do know that while he was alive, he was interviewed, and he said, if I'm not taking him, and I'm taking this out of paraphrase, that he wasn't the best spokesperson for dental hygiene. I'll leave that to your imagination. But I will say this: when he was touring with the Clash, I believe he had a leg of the tour that was in Cleveland, Ohio. His tooth pain was so intense that they had to literally find a dentist on call and rush Mr. Strummer to get, a dental procedure, like quick stat, in a hurry. Okay, that's how intense his pain was. Now, I bet if he had to do this life over again, he'd probably rethink his, decision or whatever. So, long story short, ladies and gentlemen, brush your teeth. But anyway, it's kind of funny that, you can apparently, in days to come, you can literally get a jab, literally at the local Quickie Mart or Big K or Burger King at this point or whatever. But yet, when I need, my insurance, for example, which is supposed to cover basic dental procedures or whatever, I literally get, form letters telling me, well, this is covered, that ain't covered, etc., etc. But yet, I can get some experimental jab literally down the street. Yeah, whatever. But yet, handmade soap for example, which might have healthy properties, which I make, by the way, that gets peddled. And by the way, while they're on the subject, why are we taking medical advice from someone who barely ran Microsoft effectively? Okay? Just a thought. Just a thought. Okay? Like we're literally taking advice from someone who is literally a billionaire. So you mean to tell me that if I have enough billions of dollars or whatever, I can get everybody to walk around in big flumpy dunce caps? I can literally get the media in a constant, continuous news cycle to say, hey, wearing big floppy dunce caps, or you need the big floppy dunce caps, and you know what I mean? Like I'm just putting it out there, seriously. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of make that point because at this point, I'm not even on the fence with the jab situation, quite honestly. Until I get more research, more of those clinical trials, which in theory are supposed to take a requirement of at least a few years or so. I know I'm repeating myself, but I think these are important points to make, especially if you're taking something where we don't really know the clear side effects of it. I consider myself pretty healthy and whatnot, but I also know, the threshold of my body and what I need to have done. And when I'm being sent, letters saying certain essential surgeries and screenings aren't covered or whatever, but yet, get the jab today, come on now, come on. Anyway, I hope that everybody's having a great afternoon, day, weekend, all that other good stuff. There's more videos to come. I'm kind of gonna, variate the content with a little bit more of my music as well, because it's my channel. So there. Anyway, I've said enough. Once again, to everybody, be decent to each other, be kind to one another, and as always, be awesome. Peace out.